accurate representation. No! I just cut off the sub. Can I replay it? I don't know how to do it. I always thought... Oh, there it is. Boom! Monster God. 832 with the fresh subscription. Thank you so much. I know you just asked about replays, so I'll just tell you right up here, as we can see this proxy 2 racks getting set up from Beastyqt, from Clem, against Beastyqt, the pink tear in the bottom. For replays, if you ! Discord, it'll give you the Discord server. If you go on the Discord server, link your Twitch and Discord accounts in the settings and then the connections part. And then after half an hour or so, it'll sync in and you'll get access to the subscriber channel. All of our replay packs go in there. So that's what's up. And that's what's happening. Oh, there's some stress going down because we're trying to make sure the Korean players all know they're meant to be playing on Saturday for the Korean server playoffs. And we're having some trouble just thoroughly confirming that that they all know they're meant to show up, basically. So we're just having a little bit of a stress. So I've been trying to sort that out during the breaks. Reapers on the way up then, as Beastyqt, he did scout across the map and he did see the lack of a barracks, of course, so scouting through lack of what he sees. And as the bunker already on the way up to help shut this down. Oh, he's going to get the first Marine, that's nice. Another Marine gets in the bunker nonetheless, so nice defense from Beastyqt, bunker on each side. I mean, Clem only has a Marine now though, so he can't put a Marine on each side of this either. And now he'll actually put that that Marine into that bunker. Now he's going to have to switch bunkers again, now he goes to the other side. The other Marine jumps in there, so the Reaper's going to have to hold back for a moment, as we are going to be seeing the Reapers just gathering up together on the natural. Ferenc coming in with the fresh subscription as well. Hello and welcome. Thank you so very much for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I was just mentioning the replay pack, and if it does pique anyone's interest, players such as Maru, Zest, Stats, and others, Rogue, Dark, they're all in the replay pack. We have 230 replays from the last 10 days of StarCraft, so do check that out. Exclamation mark replay pack if you want to read a bit more. It's available to all subscribers. Again, welcome France, welcome WardiTV to the Wardy family. Good to have you guys on board. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Marine's still nibbling away and fighting against that Rax there. Do you see the Hellion to push those Reapers away? So Smart Ethan 5 in the chat. He says, I just joined Twitch and you're the first I'm watching. And they just started playing. Well, welcome to StarCraft 2, dude. StarCraft is a fab game. Hope you have a great time with it. If you ever have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We have a fairly friendly chat. They're kind of nice guys until I start shouting at them. So, I'm sure they'll always be happy to answer any questions you might have. Welcome, dude. Rack's going to come over and drop in towards the main as you see the Liberator comes in from the counter-proxied starport. So Beasty throwing this down across the map means the Liberator shows up very quick, and it is difficult to get rid of this Liberator super fast. I mean, you know, a lot of lost mining time from this. It's a very common response to the 2-Rax Reaper proxy. And as the Liberator does go down there, Cyclones nowadays will 100% kill that now. As it does go down, again, it is still a very common response, even still, now that the Cyclones are buffed a little bit in the skies. We're going to be seeing a Banshee and Cloak on the way up from Beasty, so putting more use out of this starport. But if Clem just parks his Viking overhead, then, well, this Banshee is not going to have a good time, because obviously Banshee will build faster than the Cloak. So if you cancel the Banshee, in which case it's going to take a while, and you kind of start up after Cloak is done, or you just give up on this altogether. It kind of depends what you want to get done in this here. Acidity Dog gifts a sub to Smart Ethan. Well, there you go, Smart Ethan. I told you that nice guys sometimes. There you have it. Welcome to the family, dude. You just joined Twitch and you're a subscriber. Boom. Welcome. Thank you so much, Lucidity Dog, for gift now to sub. What a legend. Thank you so much. As the Viking and the Cyclone going to start pushing this starport out through into the center of the map. A couple of factories on the way up here from Beastyqt. Hellion runs by towards the main base and gets taken down pretty quickly by this Cyclone here. So Hellion getting taken down there. It's a nice shutdown. Obviously, you don't want that running around the main base or anything crazy like that. Main Cyclone setting up, and here you go. Drop coming across the map. Down to the bottom left. So two medevac with the two Cyclones inside. A couple of Reapers are hanging around as well. Yeah, the poor rocks, man. Yeah, and the rocks are a little bit funky, but they actually get killed off a lot of the time. It's surprising. Cyclones locking on both sides, actually. The Cyclones of BC actually locked onto the medevac for a while, so missed out on some potential damage. Lock-on's available again. Oh no, those Cyclones are DEAD. They will go down. It's actually quite a nice cleanup from Beastyqt. Clem unable to get a lot done. I guess he killed a few SCVs. And obviously some mining time lost as well as those SCVs pulled off of the line. Scan across the map from Beastyqt. Doesn't really seem much, just trying to confirm the playstyle. Another factory is seen though. So he will see that this is going to be mech from Clem. We're actually going to have mech versus mech here. Alright. Mech on mech action. Well, third CC is down from Beastyqt, so a little bit faster, a little bit better for him here. As he just cleans up a Reaper of Clem that was holding some map control. On the other side of the map, this command center coming over, going to be dropping down on the third base as well. So that third base going to be dropped down in the location here in just a moment. That tank getting sieged up. And we do see another tank just popping out of the main base. And Beastyqt just getting set up in the front as well. So all of this getting going. I kind of like BC's position. I mean, up in army supply, mech versus mech, so it's pretty mirrored actually. The upgrades are going to be coming in at a pretty similar time as well. Couple tanks sieging up here is going to be seeing a little bit of damage being done. Ooh, that tank from Clem though is getting a good few shots off. Oh, BC's running forwards. Interference Beatyqt on one of the Cyclones takes it out of commission, and that actually allows this tank to stay alive there. Nicely done. Order turret drops down, and that siege tank's going to die from the splash damage as the order turret gets taken down. Again, nice little plays by Clem, and the Cyclone here wasn't there to grab the lock onto the Raven, which obviously could have been pretty great. A few more siege tanks being set up now, +1 vehicle weapons also on the way. These games are being cast from replays, but they were played while we were playing other matches from the same group. So we were casting some of the matches live, and then we had 2 matches going on at a time basically. So with 2 matches going on at a time, obviously we just eventually ended up here. Is the answer. We ended up here and we have the replays left over. This is the first pro game from the 1998 release. Yeah. The first pro game. We've been working our way back in time. Why not cast both at the same time? Because it makes for much better content. I mean, we sometimes when we're kind of not going to cast the replays, we do kind of do picture-in-picture and jump between matches. But for this format, it's really nice because it just means we can cast replays basically into the night, and I can make the stream as long as I want it to be, for the most part. So it just means that we get the nice long stream. Instead of it being over after 5 or 6 best of 3s, it's over after 8, 9, or a few hours when I'm tired out and can't go much further. Hellions run by here from Beastyqt. Big push from Clem though coming down the left, but tank's already sieged. Clem will be unable to capitalize on the position he wanted to there. Both players going in towards the 4th base as well, though Beasty's 4th base is way slower than Clem's. They haven't really got into that very quickly, as he goes down to just 60 workers there. He has 1-1 upgrades already as well. Actually, Beasty never got started on +1 vehicle play, and he goes into +1 ship weapons, interestingly. Liberator going to come forwards, and air control obviously so important for this. Oh, the Raven as well, alive from earlier. Cyclone does come in to help out. That Liberator dealt with here quite nicely, but these tanks from Beastyqt are somewhat suiciding forwards at +1, helping to take that tank down nice and quick. And Clem starting to get some value out of these trades here, having a lot of, some good little skirmishes, a few good fights. Very good so far. A bit of a skirmish out in the center as well. There was Clem was trying to get away, got caught a little bit, so he sieged up, and well, I mean, he's going to land some Vikings on top of the tanks over here. Not sure how well that's really going for him. He will actually make it work with another auto turret coming down too. Somehow Clem still has tanks standing on the top side. Mech versus mech fights, when they're kind of small and scrappy like this, are kind of insane. They're so weird, they're so strange. Very funky game at the moment between the two players. Clem's starting to come out on the better end of this, though. That faster fourth command center was absolutely huge for him, and since he took that faster fourth base, his economy will have been absolutely skyrocketing. And right now, it's just so much higher than Beasty, who has had this fourth base cancelled due to those Hellions before, has to rebuild it up again. I mean, that's just going to take forever. And so Beasty has fallen behind because of that at the moment. A couple Hellions still chasing in here, as we see another Hellion getting picked off there for a moment. We do just have tanks, Hellions, Vikings, and a Raven all moving forward from Clem as well. Getting set to go as we do see those couple tanks and Beasty coming forwards. Tanks will siege. And Cyclone's coming in from the north side. There's just so many tanks here every single time from Clem. I don't know how this Raven's still alive. Can someone tell me? I'm just surprised that Beasty didn't turn around and right-click it at some point before now, target it down. Give a unit up for it, because that Raven has just caused so much chaos at the moment. It's caused so much chaos. When did Beasty lose all the workers? He never lost them. In fact, he's killed more workers than Clem has in this game. He just never made them because he hasn't had a fourth base. That's the issue. His fourth base has been so slow that it's put him heavily behind on worker count, and that's really starting to affect him moving forwards now. As I mean, the fourth base on the way up is going to be sieged, and well, he's going to have to lift it up, lift it up, lift it up. And then he's probably waiting for it to finish into an orbital. Lifts it now, and well, the Viking here to keep tapping away at it. As we just see everything going wrong at the moment from Beasty in the middle of the map. He's got more units just being picked up as well. This actually just snowballed so heavily from Clem. Crazy. I'm sorry, I'm trying to coordinate a bit of a tournament. It's a little bit, obviously I've been kind of going for 12 hours today, so it's been a bit difficult to do some of that other admin work during the day, and it does need to be done before I go to sleep so I can start getting responses from players and stuff. Bottom left hand side, our yellow Terran, Beastyqt. On the top right, the blue Terran, Clem. That's Beastyqt. He's going to try and proxy racks himself this time, but just with one barracks. Thank you so much, Switch13, coming in with the Twitch Prime sub. I've got a couple of you guys to catch up on in terms of Christmas decorations on the tree. And I'll get to you guys straight after this game, and we'll do a little bit of decorating. Thank you so much, though. So many Twitch Primes, so many subs coming through. We're up at 587 subscribers. Like, again, we just keep going up list lately. It's ridiculous. So thank you so much, guys. I mean, I know a lot of them are gifts and stuff like that, but still awesome because there's been a ton of Twitch Primes and stuff like that. It's going to be Proxy Marauder then. Can I request that you throw my ornament at the tree Rifkin style? There's loads of people request this. I'm not doing it. I'm not Rifkin. I'm not going to stoop to his levels of disrespect for Christmas decorations. My tree was... I mean, my tree is also in a very fragile state where I feel like if anything gets thrown at it, it might fall over. And I know that your guys' goal is to try and kill the tree. But I would like to try and make the tree last as long as possible. So... that's, the answer is no. Gonna keep it simple, no. They will be placed on the tree as nicely as all of the others. Thanks so much again, Switch13, for that Twitch Prime sub as the first SCV goes down. Second Marauder about to show up. Concussive Shell's done, obviously, so he can slow units. And if he turns on that Reaper, could be big. Actually catches this Reaper here. He's going to try and hop to the high ground. Switches target. Well, I mean, the Reaper was kind of low anyways. I mean, the SCVs are so good because they do slowly continue to deal damage to the Marauder. Marauder about to show up again. SCV is actually getting a lot of damage done over time here. It's crazy how much gets done as that Marauder chases around, running away from SCVs. Oh, we got a few more SCVs. Some of them are low here. I mean, Beastyqt just trying to get as much damage as he can. Counter starport every time. Every time there's a proxy racks play, people go for this counter proxy starport and the Liberator. So not really too surprising here from Clem. As you do see the Reaper poking away, Hellion as well, and the Marauder getting very, very low and does go down. So Beastyqt, he's got one more Marauder, but I guess he could maybe grab the Reaper, but that'd be a bit of a mistake from Clem. I mean, this bunker's still not up, so no rush from Clem to really defend much further here. Unfortunately, does just lose that Reaper for a second of miscontrol. Alright, well now Magfield Accelerator's on the way. Beastyqt is going to make a that Magfield Accelerator. He's got this Liberator deal with in the main. Clem shows up with that. 2 kills, and then the SCVs get back to mine with the Cyclone coming out here. Scan. Because he was running out of vision range. Actually, it's kind of a weird scan, right? Because he's like vision, but it's in his main. But of course, he doesn't have anything over here to have vision with. So, scan might have actually been essential, so that's an extra bonus. Raven on the way up here from Beastyqt, so going to try and get that in play. Another Liberator from Clem. I'm intrigued to see what happens, especially if Clem can kind of force these this kind of Cyclone over here to kind of come down and maybe come out the front and then send the Liberator in. That can be pretty cool because obviously it gives you more time for the Liberator to kind of be there and be in a little bit of an interesting position. Yeah, look at that. He's going to keep the Liberator up and hidden away until he knows those Cyclones are maybe out on the map, and to increase his chances of being successful with the harassment on that Liberator. So Clem just trying to improve his chances at the moment. As we do see those 3 Hellions and the Reaper gathered up. Again, Magfield coming in on each side of the map as this Cyclone locks on. Liberator coming around the upper left hand side. We do just see the Raven arriving over in towards the main base. Back from Beastyqt, has been having a look for things, but realizing that the starport is no longer there. He probably thinks there isn't actually much to be afraid of. So this is exactly what Clem's been waiting for. Cyclones on the map, nothing really back at home apart from potentially a new Cyclone. I mean, at that point, the timing is just a little bit RNG. Aliens coming forwards, and Cyclones will actually find those and locks onto all 3. So that's some fast way to lose some units for Clem, as he just lock onto a Cyclone in counter form though. He has Magfield of his own, so that's obviously very good for him. As Clem actually scans for those units. Again, seeing the Cyclones out the front and trying to cause some chaos as he locks on. Oh, the barracks is locked onto. No, Beastyqt loses 3 Cyclones. Loses them for 3 as well. Oh no. Beastyqt just lost a lot. Now the Liberator siege is up too. Scans forwards. No interference matrix on both Cyclones to buy some time. He loses a Cyclone, but now the Liberator was there. Okay, the Viking dealt with the Liberator pretty quickly in fairness. It's fallen apart a bit from Beastyqt though. He did lose a few SCVs. Losing those Cyclones was absolutely huge. Two Cyclones and a Viking just sitting out the front, and we do see, well, Clem just confident enough to already go into a third base. Cyclones traded out for each other here. 2 Cyclones lost a piece. Banshee coming up, Cloak coming up. Another Cyclone coming in on the factory. Just going to be picking its way through the tech lab here right now. More refineries on the way up from Beastyqt, getting himself set up on this natural expansion. This Viking coming across towards the upper right hand side as well. Getting over into position. Viking lands, and of course they'll be able to slow down this third CC from building, but Well, actually, it's kind of nice because it helps Beastyqt catch up a little bit. And anything you can do to slow down potential worker production is nice, although it does cost him the Viking. I mean, nothing comes cheap in these TvTs, does it? Nothing comes cheap at all. Viking's coming down to the bottom left-hand side. Banshee in the main didn't really do too much and being chased away by a Viking, so Beastyqt trying to get some aggression of his own. Not being too successful with it. The Rax Lands keeps itself alive for a little bit longer. Going in towards, again, extra factories here. Clem is already on double factories, so he's already set up with this. And Clem's army supply is just so much higher than Beastyqt's. Little things have just added up over the course of this game, and suddenly you're going to see Cyclones locking on to all sorts of things. Oh no, Raven's in trouble too. And there's just nothing on the ground to fight against those Cyclones. Again, Clem just with some